All right, welcome back to Baseball for English Learners. We're on episode number 3. The Giants beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-2. Go Giants. It was a fun game. We had a sort of a new pitcher, Chris Heston, in his second major league start. Um, Managed to throw a really great game. He pitched a quality start, 6 innings, and he didn't give up any earned runs. However, he did give up 2 unearned runs. What do we mean by the unearned run? If you get a hit and somebody scores a run, that's an earned run. But if there's a mistake, if there's an error, either in usually in throwing, right? If there's an error, then there can be an unearned run. So what happened was, in the first inning, Heston was having a little bit of trouble. He wasn't on his pitching yet, and so he hit a batter, and then he had a wild throw to first base. That means that he tried to throw it to the first baseman who was trying to catch it, but the ball went past him. And the guy on first base was able to run all the way to third, and then he scored on a ground ball later. So that's the first unearned run of the game, and it was on a wild throw. The next unearned run of the game happened in the 6th inning when Hector Sanchez was having a little bit of trouble catching the ball. Now, when the pitcher pitches the ball to the catcher, but it doesn't go into the catcher's glove, it tips off the top of the glove, for example, and the catcher has to go running for it. This gives the guys on base an opportunity to run, and there's 2 different ways that it can be scored. Either it's going to be a wild pitch or a passed ball. Now, I was listening to the radio when I heard this play happen, and what they said on the radio, Dave Fleming and John Miller agreed that it shouldn't be scored as a wild pitch. It should be scored as a passed ball. That means if it's a wild pitch, it's the pitcher's fault. He threw it badly, and that's why the catcher couldn't catch it. And if it's a passed ball, that means it's the catcher's fault, because the catcher had the problem and he didn't catch the ball, right? And it depends on whether the pitcher hit his spot, right? The catcher is going to, before the pitch, put his glove into a place where he wants the pitcher to throw the ball. So if the pitcher hits his spot, but the catcher doesn't catch the ball, that's when we have a passed ball situation. Other great things about this game, Aoki had 3 hits. Pagan had his 4th double. The Giants win the series against Arizona, and that's something like 8 or 9 series in a row that they've won against Arizona. And there was a home run from Casey McGehee, so the commentators were saying, Pablo who? You remember that guy, Pablo Sandoval, the panda who went to Boston? He has a similar physique to Casey McGehee, and probably more power, but here we're seeing our own guy, the guy who replaced Panda, with some power of his own. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to send your questions or comments and click like on Facebook. Send me an email at ted.hand@gmail.com if you have any questions about baseball or any suggestions for the video. Thanks very much.